Hey folks, I'm cooking up some bee food in the kitchen for spring feeding. We're at the end of winter, so I gotta feed my bees. Stay tuned. Hello, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. In my kitchen, I'm brewing up some bee food. All it is sugar, granulated sugar, and we're mixing it with water. Right now, I'm doing 50% sugar, 50% water, and then I'll be putting it in these mason jars and putting the mason jars in these bee feeders. And then we're going to go out to the beehive. Let's get this set up. Now these lids are special design lid. They have little tiny holes punched in the top. That way when you turn it upside down on these feeders, the bees can get their little tongues in there and get those out of there and take it into the hives and make some honey to help get them through into spring, because I want my bees to be able to create a lot of brood so I can begin splitting my hives here in the next couple of weeks, because Monday, first day of spring. So let's take this out and go out to the bee yard. Now the reason why I'm putting the food on the inside is because I don't want the bees to be robbed, because it's inside the hive on the top. If you do a front feeder, you run the risk of feral bees coming in from other colonies and begin the robbing of that whole hive if the hive is weak. I don't want to risk the chance. If I feed them during the summer times, after the flow of nectar, I will feed them in this 5-gallon bucket, and I'll feed all the feral bees too. But it's away from my hives and it doesn't support robbing. Now I have this extra brood box on top, but there's nothing in there. As you can see right here is an inner cover. This is the telescoping cover. This is empty. There's a hole in the inner cover that the bees can pass in and out. So I'm just going to set these down inside there and feed the ladies. They're going to smell that, they're going to come up, and they're going to feast. Yes. That looks very good because I got bees right there on the top of the hive. I'll go ahead and put my telescoping cover back on. And then next week, I'm going to come out and I'm going to inspect my hives. Check out the activity on the front. It's like 68 degrees out right now, and these ladies can come out, go poop, and also start foraging because things are starting to bloom. If I look close, I could probably see some pollen that they're carrying in. I don't see any right offhand, but that's healthy flight there. Oh, yep, bees returning, and she's loaded with pollen. You guys can see for yourself right there. Just keep watching and you can see, there's one right there. There's two of them right there just going in. Yeah, they're loaded. They got food. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. There's a bunch of them returning from pollen. For me, that makes me a very happy beekeeper because the hive looks healthy. And what I'm looking for when I go in and split next week is I'm looking for a frame full of newly laid eggs by the queen. And I don't want the queen, I just want a frame of newly laid eggs, and then a frame of food, and then a frame of worker bees. I'll put them in a small hive. I'll condense it down to as small as possible, one brood chamber, and then 10 frames, and we'll put them right in the middle and let them build it out. I'll put some built out frames in there of foundation also, and that way they don't have to work as hard. But anyway, the worker bees will start feeding that egg and building. They'll pick one egg, they'll feed it royal jelly. You've heard of royal jelly. And then they'll build a special cell around that egg, a bigger cell, so that that bee will develop into a queen. And then that queen will hatch. She'll go out on her maiden flight and she'll go up and get inseminated by a bunch of drone bees. She'll come back and then she gets busy and starts laying eggs. Yep. And growing that hive out. So that's how I am going to manage splitting my hives this year, because I've got one healthy hive. The other hives absconded. They left because there was no bees in the hive, so I didn't have a death of hives. They just left. These bees stayed. These are the bees that I got from that wall of my friend's garage and brought them back here. That was a mega hive, but I'm so happy to see that they survived the winter. We did have a relatively mild winter. We had a lot of snow, but we didn't get sub-zero temperatures, so I think we got down into the 20s, several nights of the 20s, but no colder than that. And it helps with my hive being painted blue because it absorbs the heat from the sun and transfers that heat inside the hive to help with the bees. White hives are great for in the summertime because it keeps the hives from getting overheated and having the bees to have to work so hard, because it reflects all of the sun's rays and the bees are able to keep it cooler. Well, anyway, that's the dichotomy of a beehive. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm in the apiary, feeding my bees for the first time this year. Please stay tuned to more videos. You could do that by subscribing and clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Click that share button, sharing my videos on your social media platforms. It really helps expand the channel. Get your fans to subscribe. We're really close to getting 100,000. I think we've got 4,000 left to go, and we'll have 100,000 subscribers, and I get that silver award. Anyway, be safe, always be kind. We'll see you guys in my next adventure. Bye-bye now.